Are we ready? Are we ready? Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone had a lovely Thanksgiving. Welcome to everyone and the people out in YouTube land. Will you please join me in singing our congregational song, One Light? It's the light that shines inside of me. One light brings us all together. One light inside you and me. One light shines in every person that I see. It's the light that shines inside of me. It's the light that shines inside of me. Let us come together in prayer, friends. We take this time in prayer to become centered. We use our gifts of imagination and creativity to turn away from outer concerns and circumstances and turn within to the inner sanctuary of pure love. We immerse ourselves in the power of the all-encompassing, unconditional love where there are no exceptions or no reservations. Nothing can diminish the power of divine love. We live, love, move, and have our being from this unending reservoir of love. Therefore, we are the power of love. That, dear ones, is our truth, and from that place we claim wholeness, freedom, and peace for our lives. And we hold the high watch for peace and harmony in the world. We see the world not as it is, but as we know it can be. By faith, we hold the world in the light of peace that is possible. We take a moment now to silently add our individual prayers. We go forward now, knowing the light of God shines on our paths, and we are grateful. So it is. Amen. Our mission statement: to develop our spiritual connection with God through prayer, education, and service. Our vision statement: Unity of Port St. Lucie is expanding community for personal healing and spiritual growth. And our congregational song: Today, the daily word will be read by me. Grace. I trust grace is my constant blessing. As an expression of God, I need not ever worry about earning God's approval or favor. Grace is my assurance that I am one with God and heir to all God is. I know oneness during times of deep spiritual communion, understanding I am fully human and fully divine. Through this awareness, my experience of grace deepens. I understand grace as more than a gift from God and begin to see it as an aspect of my divine inheritance. Grace is not a blessing I need to hope for. It is the blessing I can count upon. It is trusting I will have what I need when I need it, that my support will come to me even from the most unlikely channels. Grace is knowing that God is with me and within me throughout my life. For the grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is a gift of God. Ephesians 2:8. Now what next? Oh, today's affirmation together. I trust grace is continuous blessing. Forgot an M there. Daily word, surely the presence. Can you see that? Do I sit?
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Let us take a nice deep breath and move from our heads down to our hearts now. Let us center ourselves in our hearts, in our heart space. Breathe into it now, slowly and easily, relaxing as we do. We relax all the tension that we might be holding anywhere in our bodies, our necks, our shoulders, our jaws. We relax. We sink even more deeply into our chairs or our sofa, and we allow them to do their job supporting us as we let go. Let go. As the saying goes, we let go and we let God right now fill us up. We become aware. We become aware right now of the presence, the peaceful, powerful, loving presence. That is God. We immerse ourselves in it. Our hearts smile as we become aware of this connection, this indescribably miraculous and perfect connection we have. Always, always. But the connection that remains elusive during our busy, busy lives. Not now. In the silence together, here, we immerse ourselves in the presence. We let it soak into our DNA as we become fully aware of our oneness with our source. Right now, in the silence together. And now very, very slowly, very gently, lovingly, we begin to return our attention to the outer. We turn from within to the without, with a smile on our hearts, smile on our lips. And as we open up our eyes, we sing about the bond that unites us all, the bond of love. Is this one of those funny electronic days? Yeah.
Finger hitting the wrong button.
Oh, there's always that.
Still learning this new keyboard.
Well, we know you're new at this. So. Yeah, he'll get it. We just need to be patient. You know, I looked out here at the end of our time in the silence and I smiled because this is so customary. Notice how the first two rows are just about empty and the rest of you are packed all the way. The very last seats are full. It's so funny when that happens. I've never understood that. I promise I don't bite, you know, I know it has nothing to do with me. Good morning, everyone. Hi. I'm just taking a moment to take you all in because I didn't get a chance to see all of you before the service, so I'm seeing you now. Yeah. I am so glad you all had that reaction to Deck the Halls. Yikes. It's Christmas. I told Linda and Jeff that I wanted to kick off the season today, and they humored me by saying yes to the 2 congregational songs that I asked for. So that wasn't their choice. You can blame me if it was a little too shocking for you to sing Deck the Halls at the end of November.
I can't imagine that they would ever say no to you.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Yeah. Yikes, it's Christmas. And then you're thinking, what, has she lost her mind? Has she finally tipped over the edge? Is she senile now? I mean, we know she's aging, so is it happened? Kicking off the Christmas season 3 days after Thanksgiving. Have you ever complained about the season beginning, the Christmas season beginning too early? Let me see your hand. Come on. Oh, the rest of you are fibbing. I'm sure that there are a couple people who've never complained, but I'm also pretty certain that the overwhelming majority of human beings on the planet have complained when the Christmas season begins too soon. I found this little slide. Happy Hallow Thanksmas. And the guy says, I liked it better when the holidays came one at a time. You know what I'm talking about. The first signs appear in stores around Halloween. The first signs of Christmas. Or before. Yeah, I'm sure there is a before occasionally. But generally speaking, around Halloween, it starts to happen. And then sometime in November, decorations start to go up, starting with our own cities and towns and municipalities. The lights come on in shopping centers by Thanksgiving. The Christmas tree tents show up in Lowe's parking lot. At least ours did, about the middle of November. Wise shoppers are already out there shopping. Some of them are done by then. I had a sister-in-law who prided herself on being finished by Thanksgiving. I never understood that, the need to get it over with and out of the way, but whatever floats your boat. Christmas carols up in Daytona, they began before Thanksgiving Day. I turned on one of the stations, I asked Alexa to play such and such, and I was like, oh my goodness, Christmas carols already. It starts early, and then it's like a tidal wave, isn't it? It engulfs our senses and our souls, and the wave continues to grow and grow and grow, and then it crests on Christmas Day. Have any of you ever felt a sense of crashing on Christmas Day? It's like, oh no, it's all over. Especially when, I don't know about you, but when I had children at home, or I was with families who had children, small children, and we were with garbage bags cleaning up the mess. There's such a sense of finality about that, you know, taking all the bows and the paper and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then that crest rolls back slowly, of course, through the long school vacation, when the kids were home and off school, and the succession of celebrations that are going on, and capped by New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And then We start all over again. Do we not? You know what that's like, right? So what's your reaction to all of this? The earlier and earlier encroachment of the Christmas season. I don't know about you, but I have said, more times than I care to remember, oh my God, when I was in a store around Halloween or before Thanksgiving and saw Christmas. This year, however, I reacted differently. Do you know, I didn't think about it, I just realized I was reacting differently. And I have had a couple of weeks now to ponder that fact, to flush it out, figure out what it means, and share it with you, because that's what I do. This year, I made the decision, without even knowing it, to begin to react differently, altogether differently. My reaction now, here it is. Wait for it. Yay! My favorite season begins. Because the truth is, this is my favorite season of the year. It always has been ever since my earliest memories. I love this season. So why would I ever be grumpy about the fact that it's beginning? Well, I'm not going to go back and analyze that why question, because that's just not a waste of my time. I am interested, however, in changing my reaction. And I've done it. And I continue, and I will continue to do it as long as I live. And I'm going to encourage you to do it too. I want to allow every sight, every sound, every idea about the season to soothe my soul and bring a smile to my heart. You know, we say in Unity that our thoughts are prayers. You've heard that expression. And they are, friends. Our thoughts are prayers. They have such power. We teach that in Unity. We flush it out in Unity classes. We hear about it from the platform often. The fact is that our thoughts and our words are prayers. They create our reality. And what we do, we look for every opportunity that we have to tweak ourselves, to make sure that our thoughts and our words are loving and kind. I stayed, and please don't moan, those of you who have invited me to stay with you. It was my choice for private reasons, but I stayed at a local hotel last night. And this morning I went to get on the elevator. And there was a young couple who came out of the room 2 doors down from me, walked to the elevator at the same time. And it was obvious that he's a Sikh. You know what a Sikh is? And she was, I don't know, but it was obvious because of the hair and what he did with it. And they both walked toward me with their eyes cast downward. I get that. And I said, "Good morning. How are you?" And when they looked up, he had the biggest grateful smile on his face. It was like, thank God. There is a kind human being in my presence, right? Our thoughts and our words have such power. They not only create our reality, but they influence everyone else's reality. That young man probably, I'm guessing, I didn't follow him and stalk him and find out, but I'm guessing that as he walked into that area where they serve you something they call breakfast, which I doubt very much has any nutritional value, because it kind of tastes like cardboard. But it's, you already paid for it, I get it. So you're going to eat it to get yourself on the road. But as they walked into that area, I'm guessing maybe that smile lingered. Do you know? Maybe he took that smile into the dining area, and then someone else picked up on it and smiled back at him. I don't know. I think that it triggers a whole series of events. So we want to change our reaction, friends, to the early sights and sounds of Christmas. It matters. Look for opportunities to feel a tickle in your soul. I felt a tickle in my soul this week. Many of you know I work at Silent Unity, and we have, most of us are working, virtually. We're not physically in the same building. We're all over the country. And so we use Microsoft Teams to communicate. And my supervisor came on early in the morning, as she's wont to do, first person on when we open up. Unity's now, or Silent Unity's now closed for a couple of hours overnight. Some of you probably know that already. So when it opens up, Heather is one of the first people on there to send out a little happy note to all of us who are signing on virtually and getting ready to take calls. And it's always perky and happy because that's her personality. I love it. She's always upbeat. And so she said good morning, and she attached a Christmas tree emoji the day after Thanksgiving. Now, usually it's a happy face, she's a cat lady, or a cat, or a heart. No, this was a Christmas tree emoji the day after Thanksgiving. And I felt a tickle in my heart. I felt a smile coming up. So I messaged her and said, thank you for making it politically correct to begin to celebrate today. Look for opportunities to enjoy a tickle in your heart. What a shift. What a shift that we have an opportunity to make, right? To experience, and a simple one at that. It feels good to do it. Make your shift wherever you are and make it as soon as possible. Make it today. Deck the halls, although it was a little high. I'm just saying. I saw some other ladies going, oh, I can't make that note. Now, Linda, your operatic training, I get it. You love those notes. The rest of us struggle. Most of us anyway. But sing it with joy in your heart. We have another Christmas song we're going to sing in a little while. Sing it with joy. Joy. No, I didn't choose joy to the world. So reflecting on all of this, I realized on a deeply spiritual level that, God is really good. God has conspired to give us 2 whole months to be the best Christ lights that we can be, in spite of ourselves. 2 whole months. The months of November and December. In my daughter's case, mid-January, because her decorations stay up as long as possible. She loves them so much. Okay, it peaks on Christmas Day, and it begins to wane when the trees come down and the decorations go away. But, oh my goodness, 2 whole months. It's a God thing. It's a spiritual season. It's a spiritual season. It's not about December 25th. It's a season. It's a season of love. The other song I chose says there's a song in the air. There's a song in the air, friends. Can't you feel it? I hope you get little God bumps in your body when you think about it. There's a song in the air. The words to that song, that old hymn, and the star rains its fire while the beautiful sing. The stars rain its fire while the beautiful sing. We are the beautiful. There's a tumult of joy. The light of that star, in the light of that star lie the ages impearled. And that song from afar has swept over the world. There's a song in the air. Hostages were released at the beginning of this season, and that's no accident. That is no accident. A temporary ceasefire, that is no accident. 'Tis the season. You know, when we sing that old hymn, it references the birth of Jesus. And some of us in unity try to downplay that idea since we interpret our Bible metaphysically. And I'm not here today to do the Christmas story with you metaphysically, but I invite you to just get over it. Those words are entirely irrelevant. They are entirely irrelevant. The fact is that the Christ exists in me and you. Charles Fillmore used to say, one of the founders of Unity many, many years ago, bless his heart, he had such wonderful ideas and got so enthusiastic when he was sharing them. And I've heard this tape, and he says, you know, when Jesus died, all of his energy cells, his atoms, spread over all the earth, and they live on in me and you. The energy of that teacher lives on in me and you. We call it the Christ within. Lives on in all of us. This is the season where it shines in spite of ourselves. It's a God thing. It occurred to me when I was thinking about the Jesus story that maybe the most important part of that story is the story about the wise men, because we're the wise men. You know, that journey, oh no, and I'm not yet. That journey that they took, if you think about it, if it actually happened, would have been through the desert. And so it would have been a long and arduous journey from where they started to where they were going through the desert. Yikes. I don't even want to know. But the thing that kept them going was that bright light, shining light up there. So I don't know what your shining light is. I don't know what keeps you going. But we all have something that just draws us higher and higher and higher. Keeps our hearts filled with joy and anticipation. We're the wise men, friends, and we're following our shining star. The light that we follow isn't just on the outside of us. Mostly it's on the inside of us. There's a little series on Netflix right now running called something about the light that you cannot see. Some of you have seen it. It's a brilliant little story of a resistance effort during World War II, and the story of a blind girl. And I won't spoil it for you, but if you have an opportunity to see it, oh my goodness gracious, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, and the moral of that story is powerful, powerful. There's a light on the inside of us. It's our beacon. In spite of us, it just keeps drawing us out. And during this 2 months, wow, that drawing out is exponential. It's huge. And think about the millions of people who are having the same experience at the same time. Whether they believe in Jesus or not, that's irrelevant. There's still a song in the air. There's still a whole lot of joy and happiness. And it's contagious. Whatever your belief system, it's contagious. There's a critical shift during this time of year in the planet, on the earth. You can feel it. You're a part of it. You want to be a bigger part of it. So stop mumbling and grumbling about it being too early to be what? Joyful? Happy? Loving? I'm not sure. Think about it. Silly, isn't it? It's just one of those habits we might not have stopped to analyze any time recently. James Dillard Freeman was Unity's beloved poet laureate and the director of Silent Unity for many years, and world-famous poet. I found an article of his in the Silent Unity archives the other day, online, of course. I didn't go out there. And I want to share just a little bit of what he said because it really touched my heart. This is from an article he wrote, I don't know, like 40 or 50 years ago. He says, hardly anyone goes to the trouble of separating what is religious from what is not. Carols, Christmas trees, candlelight decorated houses, Santa Clauses, the virgin birth, they're all mixed up together in one delightful froth of wonder and exhilaration. It all seems somehow religious. No matter how unreligious it might be, Jingle Bells lifts our spirits every bit as much as any hymn. And Rudolph is as beloved as the Virgin Mary. I did not write that, though I could have. I think I channel him sometimes. Isn't that a lovely idea? So it doesn't matter, does it, really? No? The details, the facts, doesn't matter. Did I move or something? I see you're adjusting the camera. Yeah. Whatever our beliefs or our customs, we spend a whole lot of time in our hearts during this season, right, friends? Much more time in our hearts than any other time of the year. So the sooner, the better. The sooner, the better. The little hotel I stayed in last night in the little eating area, because yes, I went down there because they have fresh fruit. So down there in that little eating area, I was sitting there eating my fresh fruit, which was good, by the way, and I looked up, and up on the ledge, right under the ceiling, they had, here was a Rudolph, and here was a Santa Claus, and over here was a snowman, and I wouldn't have seen them, I don't think, because they're way high, but it brought a smile to my face. When I checked in yesterday, I was really tired from the drive, and I was schlepping far too much stuff for one old woman to handle by herself. You know, these hotels and motels don't have door people anymore. You know, you're on your own. So if you have 4 or 5 things to carry, oh well. You know, there isn't even a cart that's convenient for you to use and take it. Anyway, never mind. I'll work on that, all right? But the point is, I had to stand in line to check in, and there were Christmas decorations and Christmas tree balls and holly, and they're all fixed up for the season. And it made me happy. If you have to stand in line, at least you should be surrounded by fun, pretty things, don't you think? Yeah. As for the idea that we become too obsessed about gift giving, just let it go. Because that's not what the season's about, and you know it. You know it. We don't do gifts in my family anymore because everybody's grown up. We just don't, you know? And, you know, the first year that my daughter made that decision, it kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can handle this. But several years in, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. We have an amazing Christmas holiday without gifts. It's not the gifts, is it? And we know that. But if you are buying gifts, it's about the idea of picking something out, the anticipation of finding the right and perfect, best-priced gift for someone that you know is going to bring a smile to their face. It's the anticipation of that. It's the paying forward of the love in your heart. It's not about the gift. I'm reminded of the brilliant poet Dr. Seuss, who created this character right there. This guy is using the Grinch to sell his Christmas trees. That's a little trailer there, and his Christmas trees are all lined up outside the trailer, and I'm sure kids beg mom and dad to go to that place for the Christmas tree. So good job. And the costume is amazing. But you remember the story, right? So here's a little bit of Dr. Seuss's poetry. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear and he didn't hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and it started to grow. He did hear a sound, but the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry, but it couldn't be so. But it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook when he saw with a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. When the Grinch removed all the trimmings of Christmas friends, he discovered a remarkable thing. The momentum of the season sparked a love fire sufficiently large in each of them, the people of Whoville, that they were anchored in their Christ light. They were anchored in love. They were anchored in joy when the presents disappeared. Love, joy, let them permeate your soul. Take advantage of this opportunity to fan that flame. Delight at the sights and sounds and the smells of the season. Have you baked any cookies yet? Do it. Do it. Leave a gift in the mailbox for your mail carrier. Leave one for the waste removal technologists who faithfully take our trash twice a week. Drop loose change into the buckets. Throw a toy in the Toys for Tots box. Send notes, texts, Snapchats to everyone on your contact list. Send one a day. You don't have to say anything. Just send a wreath and a heart and a Christmas tree emoji. They'll get the point. They'll get the message. Reach out to everyone. No exceptions. Sing along to the songs on the radio. You know the words. Sing out loud. Who cares if you can't carry a tune? Smile at the lights and the decorations. Eat holiday treats with glee on your heart. Forget about calories. It's a calorie-free season. I'm declaring it so. Drink hot chocolate with an extra dollop of marshmallow on the top. Turn on the classic movies and cry. Cry. Cleansing, lovely, warm tears from your heart when George's friends come to his rescue. When Scrooge wakes up and acts uncharacteristically generous and kind. When Charlie Brown's friend decorate that pathetic little tree. And when the Grinch finally has a heart experience and gets it. Cry. Enjoy it. Watch one a day or one a week at the very least. Deck the halls, friend. There's a song in the air. Thank you.
Now, this song is going to be a congregational song. But I want to tell you first, it's one of those songs that has really high highs and really low lows. So we had to pick an area where the lows weren't too low and the highs weren't too high. Okay, so I'm telling you ahead of time.
There's a song in the air, there's a star in the sky, there's a mother's deep prayer, and the babies will cry, and the stars rain stuff while the beauty falls for the manger.
If everyone will please take your offering in your hands. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love because I love to give. The prayer chaplain today is me. You know, if anybody'd like to volunteer for any of these jobs I'm taking over today, just let Sherry know. Yoga with Lana on Mondays. Metaphysical discussion group is the first and third Tuesday, so it would be this Tuesday coming up, right? Would be a first? Okay. Okay. Prayer circle, join us every Tuesday morning from 11 to 11:30. The book study continues. Enlightenment is an Accident with Amy Neff on Fridays 10 to noon. Reiki with Sherry. She's very good. Let Sherry know if you'd like to have a Reiki session. And thank you to everyone who participated in today's services. Do you want to?
Join me, friends, in lifting your hands and blessing these gifts and these prayer requests. Thank you, God, for the generous, generous offerings given today as an expression of love and appreciation for the time spent here together. And thank you, God, for the opportunity to lift every one of these prayer requests up in prayer. Affirm that every prayer is answered in divine order. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Okay, there's a couple of announcements I was handed at the start, and it looks like Sherry has some too. Starting on January 7th after the service, there's going to be coffee and it'll be the first Sunday of each month. And if you'd like to help out with that, you can see Eve. And Monica Quinn needs some volunteers to help with the celebration of life, which is to raise funds for the church. Monica? That's Monica. Okay. And Eve? Where is Eve? So that's Eve, if you want to help Eve with the coffee and that's Monica if you want to help with the celebration of life.
Okay, Reverend Linda, my first question, I know I asked this not only for me, but for others in the room, okay? I can't be the only one. By the way, for the record, I walked into Sam's in August, and there were Christmas decorations. Now, if I work on my attitude, can I still vent to like a couple of close friends? And to the rest of the world, I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Is that all right? Or do I have to really work on it? Oh, thank you, thank you. And now I need Joseph to stand up, please. Joseph in the back, please stand up. Mr. Jeff, today is his birthday. Everybody sing, come on, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joseph. Happy birthday to you. And Jada, stand up. Her birthday was yesterday, so we wish you a very happy birthday. Tatiana, stand up. Tatiana? Tatiana. Now, I'm not sure. Was her birthday Friday or Saturday? It was what? Oh, November 2nd. We missed you. But anyway, happy birthday. And somebody who's not here today, Lestat. His birthday was somewhere around in here. And Cornelius, when's yours? You want recognition over there?
When's your birthday?
Tomorrow. Oh, no, you're messing. When is it really? What? January. Okay, all right.
We'll get to you.
And I'd like to thank Eve for taking on hospitality, by the way. I was on my list to announce as well. And that'll be fun. And show of hands, I don't guarantee it'll start in January. That's the one Sunday that we didn't have anything after service. First Sunday will be hospitality. Second Sunday, prayer chaplains meet. Third Sunday, the board meets. Fourth Sunday is when prayer chaplains do their special programs like Reiki and healing and meditation and things, all right? That's why it's there. So I was thinking that some people had asked about the movie that we kind of gave up during the pandemic, but we could start that on the first Sunday because there'd be hospitality, there'd be some snacks or whatever, so your stomach won't be growling too loudly. Is anybody interested in that if we do that, though? I am. Anybody? Okay, so I'll think about that. We'll get that together here at some point. Cornelius, want to get the pictures ready? Here's what's coming up. Okay, so, by the way, today, after church, we're going to decorate for Christmas. So if you can stay, it doesn't take us long. We're half an hour tops, really. And then, that's today. Okay, here you go. Go. That's it. Any of the JPEGs. Oh, that's a lovely picture. Who took that? Yeah. It was night at Golden Corral when we got out of, maybe it's not going to work. I thought this would work. Oh, it's going to load. There we go. That's not great. But anyway, there were 31 of us at Golden Corral, 8 adults and 23 younger people. We had a blast for Thanksgiving. We just keep going through the slides, the pictures, yeah. And then the next thing will be Christmas Day, which is Monday, December 25th. We will have Christmas dinner here. That's the trouble table right there. That was the one I kept having to go to and tell them to be quiet. There we are, having Thanksgiving dinner. So on December 25th, which is Monday, Christmas dinner will be here at 1 p.m. And thanks, Cornelius. They don't want to keep saying, okay. And anybody is invited. Any of you, if you have someone you know who would need a place to, everybody is welcome. And for those of you who haven't done this before, I'll give you all the details next week, but we provide like basics, like turkey and ham, and then people bring a covered dish. And after the dinner, the kids open their presents, and that's when it's so much fun. So, and to that end as well, although I don't have it, but there are envelopes like this on the back table, except they say Paul's Team Christmas 2023 for anybody who wants to support the effort for Christmas for our kids. And you can give them to Paul Shepard, to me, or put them in the offering plate, whatever works. Doesn't need to be today. We're just starting to get this all together, so I wanted to share that with you. That might be it, and it might not. Oh, cantata. Last year we did, and by the way, the cantata that we did last year is Reverend Linda's cantata that she shared with us, and we're going to do it again this year, and I'm going to do a better job this year, because I know all my mistakes from last year. I wrote them all down. Okay. And one I've already got, Judy Walker and probably Dinah have agreed once again to lead the congregation in the songs, but we'll organize it better. We'll have them up here with their own mic. We'll correct our mistakes. But I am looking for 2 to 4 people to also be the narrators in the cantata. And if the structure is that there's like the Bible story, and then there's the metaphysical interpretation. So I think Jada did the Bible story last year, and Jonas did the metaphysical interpretation, and then we sing a hymn, okay? So if you are interested in doing that, if we had 2 people, it's kind of, a bit, but if 4 of you wanted to do it and like do half and half, we could do that as well. Students, kids, you're invited to do this as well. Jada and Jonas did it last year. So just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, and we can do that. And the 24th is the Sunday. It's the regular Sunday service, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the next day's Christmas, where we have fun. Okay? Thank you.
I'd like to make an announcement for the choir. I know not all the choir members are here, but normally we would have choir rehearsal this Thursday, but due to some things that are happening. We cannot be here this Thursday, so there will not be choir this coming Thursday. So sorry. It's Linda's fault. That's all I can say. Huh? She's telling me to say something and I can't read her lips. December 17th. Oh, the Christmas show here, the Shepherd and Green Christmas show, we will be having on December 17th at 6. Yes, okay. There'll be more information about that later. We have lots of guests and I will make noise. That's it. You can go now. Lord.
Okie dokie. Let's sing our congregational song, Let There Be Peace.